When I first climbed this mountain,
I know the Institute's tactics and use that to my advantage.
Circuitry is completely fried.
Zdravím vás, gamery, vážení vodveleri, tady 37. epizóde tých našich potuliek pozná popustenou, respektíve Far Harbor DLCčka teraz. Sme na krásnom ostrove, dokončili sme veľa vedľajších úloh, ja ešte budem musieť poza kameru, pomôcť trošku s týmito novými osadami, čo tu máme. A dnes ale ideme po tom hlavnom príbode, dozvieme sa minimálne, čo sa tu viac deje. Sme v Acadii. Nikto tu nie je na pohľad, ale verím, že sa ukážu čoskoro. Poďme teda na to. Poďme sa pozrieť dovnútra, poďme sa zvítať. Hľadáme vlastne stále tu, ako sa volá, KASUMi? No jo. Takže môžeme odomknúť. Ale už nás aj doslova čakajú. Vyzerá to ako nejaká serverovňa, alebo čo? Tak sa poobzeráme.
when I first climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
What are you?
I told you. I'm the old synth on the mountain. I know the plastic skin and tubes out the back can be unsettling, but I want to ask you to look past that. Tell me why you're here and I'll try to help you.
I came here looking for KASUMi Nakano.
Really? I'm impressed. Few would brave the kind of journey you've had for the sake of someone else. KASUMi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think KASUMi is a synth?
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own. And I only see him when I look in a mirror.
Nick? It can't be you.
Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
Is this a joke? Do you really know Nick?
Let me tell you what I know, and you can judge for yourself. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment.
Keep talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors, I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
Ah, I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
Nick, is he really your brother?
If he is, it's news to me. Can synths even be related? Just because we're from the same assembly line, does that make us family? I gotta think about this.
Is it really possible that you wouldn't remember any of this?
You mean between the Institute failsafes, beatings I've taken over the years and plain old age? Or are you buying this whole there's only so much room of their argument? I don't know. It's not like we've got...
Nemáme manuál.
We need to get back to why we're here. KASUMi Nakano.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young KASUMi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you before if you think she's really a synth. If you could indulge me with an answer.
Why are you asking?
Because she came here with that very question. And the answer changes every part of her world. None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie. That someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something.
Nestačí sa potom len porezať a vidieť, že máte krv?
Before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for KASUMi, but I suspect there could be...
Áno, je to DLCčko, tak sa to volá, preto sme tu.
Are you
a
synth?
Som človek.
I'm a human being, not a synth.
Are you sure? I don't mean to question you, but what's the first memory you have?
Safara. Dajte mi pokoj.
I'm not gonna tell my life story to someone I barely know. Let's hear your answer first.
I was in a laboratory. In the institute. They were pulling pieces of my head out. Something about wanting to test some neural process. That was every day for months. Strapped down. Operated on. And then I was out. The Institute has fail-safes to strip memories that could identify where they are, how to find them. But I do remember being quite content. I was free. That is my earliest memory. Now, yours?
I was with my wife. We were getting ready for the day. I had to take care of my boy, Sean. And, well, a lot's happened since then.
But no memories before then? No childhood? Your first best friend? Your first
Nerob mi toto, hra.
kiss? That's usually a sign. Data is easy to migrate, but feelings, that's a hard thing to transfer into another mind. Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality?
Nerob toto, hra. Nerob.
Even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that you will be accepted here. Whatever you decide is true for yourself.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
I'm glad to hear it. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, FARADAY and Chase, and I'm sure you're eager to talk to KASUMi. She's usually working down below. Is there anything else you need from me?
Who are you? What's your story?
I came to this island over a century ago, hiding from my creators, the Institute. But after my escape felt secured, I was left with nothing. No programmed task. No false memories. I spent a year just sitting in a cave. Just sitting. One day, it finally occurred that maybe I could decide for myself what to do, who I was. I've been doing that ever since. Was there anything else?
So everyone here in Acadia is a synth?
Yes. Either they were escapees we managed to find before the Institute could, or they were victims of a mind wipe, and we revealed the truth to them. You're from the Commonwealth, like KASUMi, yes? I'm sure you've had your own experiences with my kind.
Well, I know Nick, obviously.
Yes. Of course. What else can I do for you?
I'm in the Brotherhood of Steel, and we have plenty to say about synths. How dangerous they are.
We're not dangerous. Those who've used us, tried to replace humans with my kind, they're dangerous. All we want is to live in peace, on our own. See for yourself. Walk through Acadia. Talk to my people. We aren't a threat to anyone.
All right. I'll reserve judgment for now.
Thank you. Now, was there anything else I can do?
Prečo sa to nerybí Valentineovi?
Tell me more about this place, Acadia.
All I want is to bring as many synths here as I can, and give them a chance to know what they really are. To embrace it. Beyond that, we just want to live in peace. I don't have any grand plans for expansion. Just existing as we are now is enough. Was there anything else?
Yeah.
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
Ideš dovnútra, čo? Aj!
Hey there.
So, you've talked to DIMA. You know why we're here. I certainly hope that you'll consider helping us. DIMA's vision is worth fighting for.
So, you're a synth?
I am. I hope that's not a problem for you. DIMA has worked hard to create a place for us where we can be safe from those who don't accept us. He's put so much of himself into this, all his time and energy devoted to helping others. He never stops to think of himself. Sometimes I worry about, well, if I wasn't here to make sure his equipment is all functional. And that's not even mentioning maintaining the fog condensers. So many things to keep track of.
Seems like he's lucky to have you helping.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Can you tell me about the fog condensers?
Oh, those? DIMA and I designed them when it became clear the fog was only getting worse. And they're effective, but have such a limited range. DIMA insisted we provide them to the people of Far Harbor, and I'm so glad we did. Without the condensers, I'm not sure they'd have anywhere left.
DIMA looks like he's had a lot of work done.
Well, that's certainly an understatement. Between the two of us, we've made so many modifications. He was just a prototype, never built for all this. It took a lot to overcome the limitations of the original design and expand his memory. It really is remarkable, isn't it? He's overcome so much. He's become so much more than he once was. And all he thinks of is others.
If there's anything I can do to help out, just let me know.
Well, if you're determined to help, there is something you could do. It's likely somewhat dangerous, though, so I understand if you'd rather not. There's a boat along the coast of the island. It was transporting some hardware we needed. Storage drives. The boat never finished the trip, you see, so the drives are still out there. I could really use them here for extra parts, if nothing else. My understanding is that the boat wrecked southwest of here, so does this sound like something you could handle?
What happened to the boat? Why didn't it make it?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Trappers, fog crawlers, there's no end to what's out there. And what might still be out there. The point is that we already lost someone once, and I don't want to see that happen again. So, are you up for it?
Prečo nie?
Sure thing, Faraday. I'll get the drives for you.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
You track KASUMi here. I'm impressed. Perhaps not as quietly or efficiently as possible, but thankfully she was never in any real danger. I'm afraid your journey was unnecessary.
So, you're saying you could have done a better job of it? Didn't know it was a competition?
Yes, absolutely. Acadia is a safe haven for synths. Were it not, I would not have aided anyone in reaching it. Every synth I've tracked down, every synth convinced to come here, has been assured that he or she will come to no harm. My job is to make sure they all remain safe, no matter what. Understand?
How do you manage to track down synths and bring them here?
I have a network of contacts throughout the area. Some from my time with the Institute, some after. I know the Institute's tactics, and use that to my advantage. You have DIMA's blessing, so by all means, make yourself comfortable.
So, what's your story?
I used to work for the Institute, returning synths.
Ona bola tá loukyňa,
I
čo?
was tracking a synth and instead found DIMA. He convinced me of the truth and the error of my ways.
Hey!
Did you need something?
I'd like to help you all. Is there anything I can do?
Actually, as a matter of fact, there is. If you're serious about contributing, well, we've got a situation I need someone to look into. You've had some experience traveling around the island, so you may be decently equipped.
Niečo sme preskúmali.
All right, I'm listening.
We were expecting a new synth to arrive, and he should have been here by now. There's been no sign of him, and I'm concerned that he might have become lost on the way here.
You have any leads on where he might be?
You should start by talking to Brooks in Far Harbor. He's one of
Oh!
us, a synth. He's the one who meets the new arrivals and gets them started on the journey here. Of course, he's not likely to tell you anything without proof that you're working for me. If he doesn't cooperate, tell him that his designation is L792. That should convince him. That's as much help as I can give you for now. Please, hurry. If that synth is out there alone, he won't last long.
Aj. No, dobre. Tak, počkať. Kde je tá KASUMi? A ja sem dole. Tak sa porozhliadneme. Autori prevídzky, ako do tohto DLCčka zakomponovali takéto, že riešiť, čo je ľudskosť a čo nie je ľudskosť, že?
Is there a problem with my being here?
Maybe. Maybe not. Acadia is only as secure as we make it. We take unnecessary risks, we get careless, and things can go bad. Fast. If there's a synth who needs a safe place, then we take them in. Let them live as a synth, without fear. You don't fit that description. That makes you an unnecessary risk. It's nothing personal. Minimizing our contact with outsiders is just practical.
Is there anything I can say or do to change your mind?
Just don't cause any problems.
V poriadku.
Something?
Nie, len otravovať všetkých, aby som sa presvedčil, že to je tu tak bezpečné, ako o tom hovoríte.
So, I understand you've seen a good bit of our island. What do you think?
It's kind of beautiful in its own way.
That's refreshing. Most don't view it the same. I'm glad someone else can see it. This island, with all of its danger and beauty, predates you and I. The ecosystem isn't what it once was, but it has adapted, and it will continue to adapt, long after we're gone. What's important, and then passing that knowledge along.
To je pekné.
That sounds like a noble goal.
Well, thank you. I wish more shared the sentiment. I should note that I'm not fully versed in human anatomy, but I'm your best chance of medical assistance should you require it.
No výborne.
Since DIMA has approved of you, I'm more than willing to offer help.
I'd like to help you with your research.
Oh, well, that's thoughtful of you. Okay. What can we have you do? There's a flower native to this island, a species of the genus Aster. It survived remarkably well. It doesn't quite have the brilliance of color that I understand it once did. Before the war. I'm personally rather fond of them, but lately have been investigating. If you could bring me additional samples, it would speed up my research. I can offer you a meager amount of caps, if that...
Dobre.
I have some flowers for you.
I'm sorry, is this a joke I'm not in on?
Aha. Tak, v poriadku, je to...
Excuse me.
Can I help you?
Still collecting it? I'm keeping an eye.
I know it can seem...
Takže to je iba taká úloha, akože popri tom.
Sounds like you got the all clear. So what's your...
I came here looking for KASUMi.
Oh, isn't that sweet of you? That KASUMi's a good enough kid, I suppose. Little confused, maybe.
Right.
Not that anyone's asking, but I'll tell you. It all gets easier. What you are, where you came from, let go of all that, and life gets...
Yeah, I hear you.
Is that so? Huh. Most of the chumps here act like I'm out of my gourd. Good to know someone else sees it my way. Anyway, lately I've taken to amusing myself. Let me know if you need something.
Dobre, takže mám aj obchodnička. Aj, že by sme ešte urobili tie questy v tejto epizóde. Beriem. Zásoby zadarmo. Ej! Kaďal sa ide nižšie? Nechce sa mi tam zoskakovať a zlomiť si nohy. Je to možnosť, ale... Dobre. Tady. Pozrite na to, čo tu aký krásny priestor toto je na základňu. Tak.
Circuitry is completely fried.
KASUMi Nakano?
Sorry, I'm right in the middle of something.
What's that you're working on?
Just trying to cobble some pre-war junk into something usable. Now, do you mind telling me what you're doing here?
I'm a detective. I was hired to find you.
You're a what? You came all this way... for me?
You left without telling your folks why. You must have known they'd be worried.
Look, my mom and dad... I mean, those people that were taking care of me, they wouldn't want me back. Not if they knew the truth.
What do you mean?
I'm not their daughter. I'm a synth. I thought if I just left, it would be easier for them. How would that conversation have gone anyway? I've been lying to you this whole time? Your real daughter is dead and I replaced her?
You haven't replaced anyone. Kenji and Ray are still your parents.
I really wish that was true. If I wasn't a synth, things would be so much simpler. Acadia isn't what I thought it was. There's more going on here than just the refuge. But I can't leave until I've gotten to the bottom of it. I've been running long enough.
If something's going on, then I can help. Just tell me what's happening.
I don't know how you could... Wait, of course you can help. You find things, track down answers. That's what you do, right? That's why you came after me. What if I told you that there's a secret? A big secret here, on this island. Something way more than just one lost girl.
All right, I'm listening.
Okay, where to begin? You saw all those computers that DIMA's hooked up to, right? They hold his memories, or offload data from his brain. Or maybe some combination of both? Well, FARADAY asked me to help do some repairs on them, and, you know, I got curious. There's like a century's worth of life experiences in there. And that's when I see it. Data models DIMA has been making. One was the fog taking over Far Harbor. Another was a nuclear detonation on the island. Plus, death counts. What if DIMA is so open and welcoming because he's actually hiding something from us? A plan to wipe out the rest of the island.
We should get to the bottom of this. If DIMA is putting on an act, we need to know.
I'll help if I can. But that's not much to go on.
I know. I've been working on that, but I haven't had much luck. I keep seeing DIMA, Faraday, and Chase head into the laboratory at the other end of the hall. Then they come out later looking like they've been arguing. There's actually a storage space right next to there. It'd be a perfect spot to hide and eavesdrop, but it's been locked up. I've also tried breaking into Faraday's terminal, since he and DIMA are so close, but the security on it is crazy.
Step aside and let the master hacker show you how it's done.
If you're sure. Good luck. Once you have something, let me know.
From one case to a new one. It's never easy for us, is it?
Tak czym zaczniemy? Hohohoj. Tak, Ejda. Tá miestna mapa teda vyzerá. Dobre, poďme nájsť najprv terminál. Keď sa tu môžeme tak voľne potulovať, nikomu nebude vadiť, keď sa tu trošku poriadne poobzeráme, že ľudia? Chcem počuť všetko. No. Je aj najťažšie. Podarilo sa. Stav systému, dobre vytíženie procesoru. To nič, Faradayov denník. Vzájemných bojů. Jeda. Počkať. Je pekné, že sa vlastne môžeme aj porozprávať ešte, že? No mňa to zaujíma. Priama konfrontácia.
What can I do for you?
I know you left some of your memories behind in an old submarine base. That you're worried the children of Adam will get to them.
You've been busy. I was hoping you were taking your time learning more about us. I suppose you have. Maybe this is an opportunity for both of us. I can't send any of my people without risking the children of Adam and them back to Acadia. But you're new to the island.
Technicky nováčik nie sme.
What are you planning, DIMA?
Before I begin, how much do you know? Did you have any questions for me? About Far Harbor, the children of Adam, or my memories?
You left your memories behind? How does that work?
As a prototype synth, my raw data capacity is limited. I began using computer banks to... I had to leave some of my earliest memories behind when I left the sub-base to the children of Adam. I thought they were safe.
You're keeping Far Harbor safe, is that it?
Not exactly. They're fiercely independent. But the fog was starting to choke more and more of the island. So I proposed a trade. We would give them the technology to keep the fog at bay. In return for them being a lifeline to the outside world, a safe dock, and a place to buy supplies. Unfortunately, the children of Adam view the radioactive fog as a holy portent, and their bloodied history with Far Harbor puts us at odds.
The children of Adam on this island, you were helping them?
Yes. I know their faith in radiation as a type of god is a bit different.
Iba trošku.
Who am I to judge? I was using a submarine base as a home when Martin and his followers stumbled inside. They had been cast out of Far Harbor for their beliefs. When I left to found Acadia, I knew the base would be in safe hands. They needed a home, a place to belong, just like I did. But now Martin is gone, and his successor, Tectus, wants to finally end the feud with Far Harbor by letting the fog swallow them.
I know all I need to.
Then my plan is simple. Pose as a recruit and infiltrate the children of Adam. Gain access to their base. In the old command center, Guarded by some pre-war security measures, you'll find my memory banks. I'll give you the program you need in order to access my memories. Bring me anything you find. It's not going to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. It'll consider you to be an intruder. I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it. I'm afraid it's difficult to explain without seeing it for yourself.
So how does this program work?
There will be a fairly ordinary-looking terminal with some attachments. The program will give you access to the terminal. Once you attempt to obtain a memory, your perspective might shift a little. Just relax.
Bude to teda trošku ako keď sme Keloga skúmali?
Explain things to you as you need them.
Actually, I already have the program. I was thorough.
Well, I guess that just means I've picked the right person for the job. One more thing before you leave. Whatever you do, don't assault the children of Adam directly. Our ultimate goal must be to bring peace. If you attack them, they'll consider themselves
Ty si dobrý.
the outside world.
If we find anything suspicious in those memories of yours, we'll be back. Count on it.
I was having a hard enough time keeping up with repairs before all this nonsense with the lunatics.
Dobre, to teda máme. Skočíme za KASUMi. Už vieme teda pravdu. Teda nevieme pravdu, vieme iba to, že niečo sa deje.
Turns out DIMA's earliest memories are in the hands of the children of Adam. He's afraid of what they're gonna find.
So, is that what those death projections were about? It wasn't DIMA planning to destroy the island. He's worried the children of Adam will. Or is he still hiding something? What could be in those memories that he would leave them behind? Is there really something in them that's dangerous? Do you have a way in? Into his memories? Assuming you can get past the children of Adam, of course.
I got this program that FARADAY and DIMA wrote. It's supposed to help me access the memory banks.
Really? How would that work? When I was taking a peek in the computers he has here, DIMA was hooked up to his chair. I was just tapping into it. I wonder if you'll need to, you know, connect to the old banks the way he does? Some kind of connection between your head and the computer. I'll bet that's it. And then Faraday's program would be translating DIMA's thoughts and data, helping you through any security guarding it. I'm sorry, I'm making assumptions. It's just, well, it's a little exciting, isn't it? You'll let me know what you find?
Hello, jeszcze.
Things here.
I'll get DIMA's memories, and then we'll figure things out from there.
Good luck.
To aj nám zaplatila. No dobre ľudia, ale kým pôjdeme, toto teda nie. Ale chcel by som ešte urobiť tieto dva vedľajšie questy, nech im akože pomôžeme. Tak sa vydám tam, nech to urýchlime. Mám pocit, že sa blížime. Teda aspoň k prvej úlohe. Na takom peknom plamennom mieste to je. Á, toto. Pamäťový modul, to sú oni? To sme zvládli? To paráda? To znamená... O, táto... Viktorín kufor. Kto je Viktória? To som zvedavý. Á? No dobre, ešte ideme teda do Far Harbor, musíme nájsť toho jedného týpka. Pane Brooksy? Áno, urobil som.
You went dancing. This island's very confusing.
I need to talk to you about our missing synth.
Yeah? Well, it's not something I talk about with outsiders. So you can either buy something or move along.
I'm working with Chase. She told me that your designation is L792.
Okay, I believe you. But keep it down, all right? It's real private information. I know the synth you're talking about. He's a younger guy. Maybe early 20s with white hair. Goes by the name Derek. Thing is, he showed up way earlier than he was supposed to. Thought a courser was on his tail, so he rushed the timetable. To be honest, the guy was a wreck. He was scared shitless, looking over his shoulder every 5 minutes and attracting unwanted attention. Tried to calm him down, but he panicked and ran off into the fog. That was the last I saw of him.
Can you tell me anything else? I'm gonna need more information than that if I'm gonna find this synth.
I wish I had more to give you. He disappeared into the fog, and I haven't seen him since.
That synth could be wandering around out there right now, lost in the fog. I'm gonna need more than that.
I've told you everything I know, all right? You think I wanted this to happen? Well, I didn't. Look, if you're really going after that synth, I'm pretty sure he took the road south out of town. Maybe you could head that way. Just be careful out there. And thanks. There aren't many who'd go out in the fog to help a synth, especially one they don't even know. I feel like shit about what happened.
Takže smerom na juh, ideme smerom na juh, bude veselo. Stalo sa tu niečo? Asi nič, no. Mali by sme byť relatívne blízko, sa zdá. Tak chlapiku, kam si prosím ťa zmizol? Na juh od mesta, no. Že by bol... relatívne blízko. Asi uvidíme aj nejakého lovca inštitútu, čo? Aj tak čo, je po ňom alebo nie je po ňom? To som hlavne zvedavý. Už je čas na padla. Haló? Cinte, Deriku, máš ďalší prípad. Celkom dobrý seriál si natočil. No to si vybral teda miestečko na bývanie.
There's a trail of blood.
Dobre, tak budeme sledovať krvavú škvrnu.
Need the hunt soon. Brad stag or an angler. Fresh meat crawling in from the fog. Don't care if it's mire lurk or man. I'm not looking for trouble. I just need to find someone. A young man with white hair. You help me, I'll leave. Yeah, we found him. One of the fog's creatures already attacked him. He was bleeding out, but... You know, why waste the meat? Here, well, what's left? Take it. Now go. Don't come back.
Výborne. Takže sme ho nezachránili. Tak naspäť do Acadie. Nazdar.
Hey.
Yes?
I've got those storage drives you asked for.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Just the 2? Really? I somehow thought there were 3.
I did notice a locked chest that I couldn't open. Maybe the last one was in there. Do you have the key?
Key? Chest? I'm afraid I don't know. You know what? This is fine. Just these 2 is fine. Well, you did your part, so I'll do mine. Thank you for recovering these.
No s radosťou. Ešte aby som sa tam porozliadol, že?
Your missing synth was jumped by cannibal trappers. He didn't survive.
That poor bastard. That synth came here to live in peace, and we failed him in the worst way possible. It's my fault. I should have gone out there to meet him. Damn it all. I'm glad we were able to bring some closure to the matter. You deserve this. And shall we say 200 caps?
I'm sorry things didn't turn out better. I wish they had.
You and I both. Thanks again for your help. Be safe out there.
Prečo nie? Takže sme pomohli aj Acadii, všetci budú spokojní. No čo, Dimáku?
Hey, DIMA.
Please work quickly. I don't know how long my memory banks will be safe from the children of Adam.
Dobre.
I should get going.
Of course.
Ideály Acadie. Je to, že sme to kvázi dokončili. Prečo nie? Máme tu teda Dobre, máme tu teda iba toto. Poďme sa ešte pozrieť von. Tak sa na to pozrime. Najlepšie zabudnúť. Je aj nukleus, ja som išiel iba popri tom blízko, tak sa mi to tam zvýraznilo. Takže tam treba ísť, dobre. Tak nejako to na budúce ja pripravím, ľudia, a pôjdeme tam. Skúsim sa pozrieť ozaj k tej... Au. Pozrite na to, už sa aj pohybujú nejaký vonku, konečne. To chvíľku trvalo. Dobre ľudia, skúsim pozrieť ozaj tú truhlu na tej lodi. Snad si zapamätám, kde to bolo. Kde to bolo? Aha, juhozápadný prístav. Počkaj, umiestním si tam značku, nezabudnem. Ďakujem za sledovanie tejto epizódy, prajem príjemný deň, príjemné hranie, ďakujem za podporu. Majte sa.